Now a little bit about the process of filing bankruptcy. The first thing to do is you're going to receive a questionnaire from us that I'd like you to fill out as completely as possible. You can either fill out that questionnaire at home, or you can come back to our office, sit in our conference room, and fill out that questionnaire. One of the things I recommend that you do is you can get a copy of your credit report. That's going to help refresh your recollection. It's going to help with addresses, account numbers, and creditors' names. That's important because that's going to be the basis of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy and how the creditors get actual notice that you filed bankruptcy. And we can help you get a copy of the creditors' report as well. Just be sure to ask us at the end of this video. One of the things that some people do if they're in a tight bind and they have a foreclosure sale pending, or they have garnishment that's about to happen, one of the things we can do is it's called an emergency petition. And basically we file that petition, a basic bare bones skeleton petition, and then we have an additional 15 days to file the rest of the paperwork. The only difference is we still have to have a copy of the certificate from the creditors, of course, when we file either an emergency petition or a regular petition. And the creditors course is a 2-hour course you can take online or over the phone that the bankruptcy court requires you to have before you file any bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. The course costs $50. We will give you the phone number to call to do that course, and once you get the certificate, they'll fax us that certificate directly, and we'll include that in the petition. Once we have the actual petition done with all the information, we'll come back to our office and review it, dot all the I's, cross all the T's, make sure all the numbers are right. We will do everything by the numbers to make sure that the petition is filed right the first time, and we will file it electronically. Our Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing fee is $299, and our Chapter 7 bankruptcy is $279. The next step after filing a bankruptcy petition is what's called a creditors meeting. That's when we go to the bankruptcy court on First Avenue in Van Buren and have a meeting with the bankruptcy trustee. So the bankruptcy trustee is a private party. He works under contract with the U.S. Trustee's office, but he is not a judge. He is not a government official. He's a private individual with a government contract. And basically, we go to the creditors meeting, and you just tell the trustee that everything on the forms that you signed is correct and accurate, and if you have any changes, like a different phone number or a different address. For most people, it takes about 2 minutes to go through the trustees meeting. And even though creditors can show up to the trustees meeting, or to the creditors meeting, they rarely do. And I will, of course, go with you to the creditors meeting and be present there too. After the creditors meeting, then you're going to have your second counseling course, which you must finish before you get your discharge. And once you do that, the discharge happens 120 days after filing. One thing before the creditors meeting, you will receive a letter from the actual bankruptcy trustee directly to you. It doesn't come to me and I send it to you. It goes directly from the trustee to you at your current address. And the importance of that letter is the trustee is going to be asking for a lot of information, typically copies of your tax returns and 4 months of your bank statements. And the reason they do that is to go through your bank's records and your financial information to make sure everything that you put on your petition is true and accurate. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy is pretty much the same process, except that there's going to be a confirmation meeting after the creditors meeting. At the confirmation meeting is when the bankruptcy court approves or disapproves of the proposed Chapter 13 plan. And the discharge does not happen 120 days after filing, and a Chapter 13 bankruptcy happens 3 to 5 years after filing.